Hello, this is Dan from Encore Motor Cars of Sarasota, Florida. Just going to take a quick walk around this 2011 BMW 128 convertible. And just the purpose of the video really is to show the condition of the car. It is a Florida car and has been in the garage for the ownership down here. And is in really nice condition all the way around. We put it through our service department. And I'm quickly just going to take a quick walk around the car so you can get a first impression of it. Then we'll take some close-ups in the areas that are prone to wear to show you what condition the car is in overall. The car has a nice looking black roof, really nice and clean. And it's obvious that this car has been kept out of the weather. The car was born down in Sanibel, Florida, is where it first was resting, and then was used limited use, probably just during the winter months when people vacation, and why the mileage is so low on it. And then it was sold and to somebody that was up here in our area, which is Sarasota, Florida. And the interior is in great condition. I'm going to get in the car and drive it into an area where there's no light division and shadows for the interior so we can see that. But I wanted it out here in the sunlight so we can take a quick walk around the exterior of the car and take a look at some of the areas out here. I did walk around the car. I couldn't come up with really anything on the car except this little spot right here. There's a little edge right here, and I suggested that we have that refinished. But that's not going to happen today. We have somebody that probably will come over Thursday or Friday and have just the bumper part. Now, this is not the metal area. This is metal. This is a rubber bumper, and it's commonplace for vehicles to, obviously, they're made to absorb damage, and there's a little bit of flex in these bumpers, obviously. But right there, where you'd enter or exit materials into the trunk of the car, looks like there's something that might have rubbed up against that bumper right there at one time. That's the worst part of the entire car. I walked around the car. Again, I'll get some close-ups so you can see for yourself the purpose of the video. And we'll look at the wheels and tires. Also on the front of the car, I couldn't come up with anything on the front of the car. It's beautiful on the front of this car. And even the lower sections, the lower air dam, it's hard to see that in the light. But even those areas are in very good condition. There's a little bit of some residue from this. We just kind of washed it off. This is not anything but a spot on there. I looked at all that area. I was going to try to show some close-ups of any stone chips, and there's not any here to show. Everything seems to be just moving right off of there, like it's just like the little things that got on the paint from the wind. You can probably hear it blowing. So the hood area, the two front fenders, the lower area between the two wheels, or the rocker panel area, that's in excellent condition. The wheels, let's get some close-ups on the wheels. They're in very nice condition. Couldn't come up with any curb marks on any of the wheels. Checked all the components on the interior, air conditioning, dashboard parts. Everything there is working correctly, well lit. All the numbers are showing the way they're supposed to. The exhaust tips are in nice condition. Nice set of Continental tires on here, which are the name brand that they are installing on the new BMWs and Mercedes. And that's a new set of tires on there. Tires and wheels look like they're in fantastic condition. And windshield is in great condition. And let's get a close-up of the roof and all the areas so you can see with your own eyes. It's a little bit of just a little fuzz on there, nothing out of the ordinary. And the back window seems to have a nice seal here between the top and the glass defroster section. A little dot here that just shows that the car's been through our shop and fully serviced already. The antenna mast is in great condition, no problems there, and the base as well. Around the door handles, no scratching, no chips anywhere here. Great condition there. The mirrors are also unmarked. That's an area where we can usually see a little bit of wear. And front light lenses, very nice condition. The kidney grills here in the front are in great shape. Shadow over of the BMW emblem. It's also a very nice shape. No paint listed after that. And let's take a look at this mirror on this side. Very nice condition as well. So let's jump in the car and we'll take it for a quick ride into a shady area so we can showcase the interior sections of the car. And on the way there, we can look at the interior gauge cluster and so forth. You can see that the interior is in great condition. The steering wheel doesn't have any rub marks on the steering wheel. Feels like it's nice. There's no areas on the steering wheel that are chipped or any of these painted areas. In nice condition. The buttons are all in good condition. No black rubberized paint coming off of those buttons. That's a common issue that you can have on a car that's had some more wear than normal. This car is not that way. And the wood grain all the way around the car is in great condition. Dash pad, you got the mirror with the compass up here in the mirror. You also have your home link section up here at the bottom of the mirror. And you've got your sport shifter where this is a regular drive mode, and you can move it over here and go up and down to shift up and down on the transmission manually. You've got your steering wheel controls here, Bluetooth controls, voice command, pick up your phone here, and then you've got some other functions here on the steering wheel so that you can operate your menus and so forth that are listed here in front of. See that gauge cluster, tachometer, engine, transmission, all in excellent condition. And here's our dealership. I'm just going to show it as we're pulling in. This is Encore Motor Cars, and I'm just going to quickly pull into the portico so I can get under the shade and we look at the interior. The dealership, this used to be the BMW facility here in town before they build a brand new big area about 16 years ago now. And we are known here in town to have the best selection of pre-owned low mileage cars in Sarasota, Florida. And we're happy to ship them all over the place. I do all the eBay and all the other areas here. Just went to Best Buy. That's where it was down the street for. So I'm just going to hang this item over the steering, the shifter here, and we've got our window sticker and so forth there. I'm going to take a look at the passenger seat right here. But before I get out of the car, we can see this angle of it, and down here with the cup holders and so forth right here. Let's take a look at the radio close-up. I should turn it on for you so you can see it working. Listen to it.
And even stranger than that, the Cannon building in DC.
Okay, that's working great. The air conditioning also working great. Okay, the fan in motion. All the controls, fan, the start button is not worn. The bezel around it's not worn. The blinkers not worn. The door panel's in great condition around here. People grabbing this, a lot of times you can get scratched up around here. That's not happening in this car. Let's talk about the mileage for a minute. 42,000 miles on a 2011, very low miles. Looks like the condition of the window buttons and so forth. Excuse the wind, I'm sorry, I know you're probably hearing that. I'm going to try to keep the camera out of the wind. Take a look at the passenger seat. And sorry about stretching that seat out. I'm not the lightest man alive, that's for sure. The bolster on here is look at that, it's beautiful condition. This is a tag here for the airbag system that's in here. The seat base of the landing area here is in really nice condition. Sometimes you can see little scratches up in this area and here on these cars. That's not happening here. This is the lumbar support button and the multi-directional seats. Also the memory feature. You can have two drivers with the positions memorized there. You've got your cruise control and your blinker stem there. Another wiper stem on the other side for the blinkers and so forth. And so the interior is really in great condition. This is the button that slides the seat up. The guy in the back seat can actually slide this forward to help himself exit the car without any help from one of the front passengers that might have left him in the dust back here. That's a nice feature for the guy in the back. And the back seats probably have never been used in this car. It doesn't look like they have. It's got some Nice features here, the auxiliary, the extra power section here, and a place to keep a MP3 device. Quickly going to show you the operation of the roof, and we'll look at the engine in the trunk. Oh, the horn works. Engine in the trunk, and then we'll call it a day. Show you how the roof works in the car. And the 1 Series has as much or more trunk space as the 3 Series car, because it has its own little spot for that rag top to go into its compartment without taking any additional trunk space. That is a big feature, and a nice luxury to have the extra trunk space with the roof down. This car comes equipped with the weather mats. These are nice to have to keep the carpets in great condition. And on these cars here, the battery is located under here. There is no spare tire because they were concerned about the weight. And on these sports cars with the space, the lack of space that you have, you want to be able to use as much space as you can. These are run flat tires. They are good for 50 miles after if you get a puncture or you get a blowout, anything, the tire stays, the walls are strong enough to be able to drive on that tire to get you to a service station within 50 miles to get a new tire without ruining the rim. So that's a great feature. That's how they came new. So that's not something anybody added. That's what you can expect on all these 1 Series cars. Not special with this car. It's the way they are, the way they were built. Of course, it has the Bluetooth connectivity, and so you can answer the phone while you're driving. Also, it has a streaming capability. 2011 was the first year they had one of the first years. I'm not sure if they had it in the older ones. I know that this one does have the streaming audio. Take a look at the 1 Series engine, 128 engine, nice clean engine compartment. See that the weather stripping, all the original body panels, all the original markings, grommets, and all the hardware up here is all the original equipment. That's something that you look for. Somebody that's in the car business, that's around cars more often, looks in these areas to make sure that they have a problem-free history and past, to see some of the hardware. When you bring your expert with you to look at a car, these are some of the things that they look for. I'm going to tell you right now. I've looked this car over. I've been doing this for 30 years, and I can tell you it looks like all the markings are exactly where they're supposed to be and in place. You can see the decals here, the correct VIN number markings on all the different panels, and of course it does have a clean Carfax, so that you don't have to worry about it. It's nice that all those things people keep track of the body damage and insurance claims and so forth, so that you know the history on the car by looking at the Carfax. By the way, if you've not seen the Carfax on this car, you can see it on the video, on the website. If you're looking at eBay, you can scroll down a little bit or up a little bit and see it says View Free History Report. You can click on that and the Carfax comes up. And if not, you can always go onto our website at www.encoreautos.com. That's ENCORE autos, plural.com. And you can see all the Carfaxes and our entire inventory on there. And that should just about wrap it up, guys, for this video. My name is Dan. Like I said earlier, my phone number is 941-915-7637. Please give me a call and let me know if there's something that we can do on this car. I'm actually doing this video for somebody that called from the Northeast area to show them the quality of the car. But it's going to be posted on eBay and on YouTube for all to see. So my phone number is listed right at the top of here if you want to give me a call. I sure appreciate you watching and have a great day.